by your clients or your soon-to-be clients are maybe very learned people. You've taken them out to lunch, and they're supposed to be concluding a business deal with you, and you don't know how to get your cutlery right. It makes them feel very nervous. I remember I visited the CEO of a company, and he said they had visitors from outside, and so he invited some of the senior managers to go out to lunch.
Okay.
And it was, according to me, it was very embarrassing. At the point in time, you had to look down or look away because he could not believe what was happening. They were just, they could not get their cutlery right. But this is nothing complicated.
This is pretty basic.
This is basic, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing to be afraid of.
Okay.
When it comes to place setting to start with.
All right.
Basic thing, work from the outside in.
So, meaning the first meal they bring you, you use the outer cutlery they give
Exactly.
you.
Okay. So if you look at a place setting like this, obviously it tells you that we have a soup bowl. And so therefore it tells you that the first course is going to be soup. But let's assume for purposes best known to maybe the host, you have the option of maybe soup or you have to do salad. It tells you, for example, that when the soup bowl is not on your serving plate, of course, you will have no spoon. But once you have a bowl in there, you should know automatically that this is your soup spoon that will go with your meal.
Okay, so if it's just a salad, generally it will just be the knife and fork.
Wow.
So if you're going to get a salad for a starter.
This is exactly what you're going to get.
Okay, so with the soup, I know in Ghana, even at most of the top hotels, they'll give you the European type soup, which is just, and there's a little bit of bread, and they'll give you the goat soup option and the Akante soup option. So imagine that you're at a nice fancy restaurant and you're about to eat heavy meat soup.
Yes.
Sometimes a lot of when you're drinking minstrel soup or whatever, you just want to sip. You just it's wonderful, tomato, yes, whatever. But when there's goat meat and fish pieces in there, it gets to a point sometimes you have to use your hand to bite.
Okay, that's a good
question. So in that sense, how do you still remain, etiquette, maintain your etiquette, but you have to bite your goats.
Okay, I normally tell people that any well-placed restaurant has to provide you with soup that is easy to drink. Goat soup, for example, you can have the meat cut in small bite-sized pieces as an option. Because the big thing is like, okay, you have this chunky thing there, and you don't know what to do.
Okay, we've got some fufu on the screen.
So normally I will tell my clients that, look, the first thing you need to understand is that, okay, you are at this restaurant, you have this goat soup. If you, by using your cutlery, this is the only cutlery we provided with, can, take the flesh off the bone, so be it, success. You are on your way to freedom.
But if it's hard, stubborn goat,
leave it alone. There will be better times to deal with the bone.
When you get home or you're with your friends. Okay.
And you can tell the bone, well, today you got away scot-free, but trust me, next time it's not going to happen because you're in public. And to take the fork or to, leave the bone and then, start chewing it.
I've seen people do it.
Oh, yes, but that's what we talk about, etiquette. That's where it comes. And then the drinking of the soup, of course, we never go this way.
Excuse me?
Are we?
Hey, because I do that. Hold on.
Please
I do that all the time. So when I'm drinking soup, I shouldn't do
spoon away.
Really? Why is that? Because I used to have it. I just do.
No.
I come
two things.
Why?
When you spoon your soup, what happens to some droplets?
It goes back in.
Exactly. So basically, you're supposed to go take it this way to allow it to drop, and then if it's very droppy, you go this way, and then you drink from the side, and of course not this way.
Okay, wait, hold on. So just do that again. Can I borrow your? In fact, let me borrow your. I'll be the demonstrator.
Absolutely.
So here we go. Because I do all the things wrong, so you're not alone if you do that.
Okay.
So me, if I'm having soup, I would literally do this.
Well,
this is just even unconscious.
Thank God for lifestyle.
No, Emma, you don't do that. So I do now.
You spoon away.
I do spoon away.
And
I have to talk posh when I do this. So I do this, yeah.
Voila.
What? And then I do side.
Voila, Sasa.
So you shouldn't do.
No way.
So let me just do it.
It's not a rocket launch. You're not launching.
So it's like, but actually out. So you see, it's not in, it's out.
You spoon away, voila.
And then you drink
by the side.
Oh, yummy! My tomato soup is up there. Okay, now this is something I've seen people do. In fact, I even saw that at a restaurant this past week, Friday.
Yes.
I saw somebody at a very nice restaurant. I think it was they finished eating fufu, and then did this.
That is obscene. That is obscene because it is public. we keep on telling people, learn to draw the line.
I see CEOs, big, business
They need
people
to
do
learn.
that.
They
But
need
what
to
if the
learn.
soup is really good?
Why do we have spoon there?
Well, sometimes you can't get to all the corners.
Okay, then fine, embarrass yourself and put.
So, but this is a no. I've seen
It's
people.
a no.
I've seen people do it.
Look, you know what? When you're eating, you are communicating. People forget that principle. I'm talking with you, Amma, for example, and then I finished doing the fufu thing.
Remember, we're looking at business, corporate environment, not when you're at home.
Please, exactly.
Okay.
Business, corporate environment. Okay, you are my client, and we're discussing business, and I'm through with my fufu. I've washed my hand, and there's this piece of which I won't let go. So, Amma, you're talking to me about business. Let's communicate. Tell me about the deal.
So yes, we'll fly over, $3 million in the plane for you, and then we'll
Sir?
Oh,
Rude.
okay.
You get the bit.
So within
We're cutting. The little soup, what will it do to you if you don't eat it at that point in time to start with?
All right.
It's not
Also,
acceptable.
should there always be a side plate? Because I know a lot of times a lot of our food needs side plates.
Yes,
because I know there's times when there isn't. I just put like my little bones on my plate. Is that
here? You arrange it here.
You line
so
it
we're
up.
through with the soup bit, right? So let's just take this away.
So
and
we
then
know
let's look
what
at
to
the
do
meal.
with and what not to do with soup.
Yes, absolutely.
I've learned a lot. So I don't do this. I go the other way.
Voila, c'est ça.
Wonderful. I'll put this down. Okay.
And so we're talking about the fact that normally, when you go to
the bread rolls.
roll, what we are saying is that it is basically for you like an appetizer, more or less, to get the stomach work done.
Don't have 5 or 10 bread rolls before the food
Don't
comes.
go sandwiching your bread roll and scooping a large butter and making it to a sandwich and then going this way. It is so not acceptable.
Really?
In a setting.
So how should one do your bread
So what you do is that, let's assume that this is our butter.
Yes.
So you don't scrape it. It is rude.
You don't scrape the butter? Okay.
You cut a chunk and you place it here.
On the side of your plate.
And once you have achieved that, you take a piece of bread, take a bit of butter, apply it, and then this. And that is how you eat.
OMG! I've been so getting it wrong. Okay, so hold on, Emma. We need to go slow.
Okay.
Again, this is me last Friday. Had a meeting, got my bread roll, sliced it open. I had an individual butter. It wasn't the one I had to cut.
Sometimes they come. So
it was individual butter. So I opened my butter. I did it in the middle, like you do. And then I do, but so
we're saying
we're not supposed to do that.
No, you're not supposed to do that.
Goodness me! All right, so as you said, so imagine I think you get the individual butter.
Yeah, you get individual butter. Yes, let's assume we have an individual butter.
So I've been getting it wrong as well. So I've got my bread roll.
Yes.
I open my little individual butter.
Voila.
I take a piece.
Bite size, yeah.
Then I take my butter, smear it, and then eat.
Voila.
So you're not supposed to do it and then go.
No, or sandwich. I mean, it's not sandwich. It's an appetizer. So
Wow.
You do it in bits and
Why
pieces.
is that though?
It's what we call dining etiquette. We ask, for example, in our Ghanaian culture, why don't you greet our elders with the left?
Okay. Okay.
Because it's culture, it's etiquette. And so there's certain things you don't do. Why is it in some cultures you can't greet your elders from the left? You always have to start from the right.
And go
you see?
around.
So
Okay.
I keep on telling people, we have imported the culture. If you look into the origins of this, they probably go back like 200, 300 years. Just like, the men's suit, you have to leave one button open. It goes back 250 years, for crying out loud. And we have imported it. So you have to execute it.
Also, with the knives, I know there's usually more than one knife on the table.
This is wrongly said.
Sorry. So you generally have to use the knife which is provided on your is the smaller one,
Absolutely,
right?
yes.
Okay.
And the thing with the butter knife, as it were, is that it has a peculiar shape. It's
not the same
It's not
size.
the regular knife. You'll find that it has this sort of like odd shape. Some of them come out in square form or maybe triangular in nature.
Okay.
That is the essence of it, because it's for a short time use.
All right,
So,
our time is short, Emma. Now, Benny made a good point. Like sometimes when we see these things, we think, the one for the shitter, or teaspoon.
No, not teaspoon.
So generally, when you see things like that,
Okay, fine.
that's your dessert.
That's the dessert spoon. So what we want to let people know is that when you're eating, of course, your hands should face downwards. Of course, you cut this way. Cut about 4 or 5 chunks. be through with that before you cut
you
more.
move on.
Not
So don't be
busy
doing
cutting,
this.
no, it's rude. You're out dining with people, so you need to. And then when you're through with eating, of course, this is how we indicate that we're full. 4 is to 10.
Wait, I thought you should always have it facing you. You indicate it.
There were different methods and various ways, but now this is the most popular, accepted internationally.
Okay.
4 is to 10 o'clock, setting position.
That I'm done.
And then the waiter will pick up your plate immediately, because that tells the waiter that you're through with eating.
Also, I know some people just don't like to use forks. I know even certain family members.
Yes.
So in a case of a dinner where you do have your fork and your knife,
Yes.
can you decide to say, I don't want to use that, I'm going to eat a spoon because I eat with a spoon?
Yeah, it's your choice.
It's your choice.
It's your choice. In an informal, personal setting mode, but if it's a social function,
you should learn
it.
Yes, okay,
you
and
have
of
to
course,
learn it.
the knife is always in the right hand.
Always.
The knife is always in the right hand.
Left.
Knife.
Sorry. Knife is always
in
the
your right hand.
Fork to your left.
Because the knife is doing the work.
If you're doing what you call intercontinental dining.
Okay.
If it's American dining, you can cut this way with your food. This is how they cut. Move the fork to your right and then eat this way. We don't have time. Hopefully on another
probably have
junction.
to continue another time.
Okay.
And also, lastly, the glasses.
Yes. White wine
White wine.
or champagne.
Okay.
Red wine, because it's round at the edge. Beer or water. And port or Casablanca. I'm not advertising for them.
But something like an
aperitif or something like that.
But sometimes I see a lot of in restaurants, they'll give you white wine in a red wine glass.
Yes.
Is that still acceptable?
So you tell them that they should go and get the etiquette right.
What if they insult you? Nonsense, silly.
No, tell them after your meal, not before.
And you come to tell us. Okay. So they shouldn't serve you white wine in this.
But you should look at the difference. The white wine has a narrower bottom, and the red wine has a rounder bottom. That is how you're able to differentiate from the white wine and the red wine. They're not the same. And your dessert spoon on the last note.
Yes.
You always shift your dessert spoon to the left.
So before you eat your dessert, don't pick it from the top.
So once you're through, don't pick it from the top. Once it's through, move it this way and then to your left, and then wait for your dessert. And then if it's an ice cream or it's a fork, you choose.
Wonderful. Yes. All right, learned a lot, and I've actually learned that I've been doing a lot of the wrong things. I thought I had my lovely etiquette down, but Sheila will be very disappointed in me because I haven't got it. But now I've learned.
We've learned. Absolutely, we've learned.
All right, so after you finish your dining, in a very nice social setting, I've seen it done. Usually they try to hide it. Some people will take floss or toothpick.
Rude.
Or some women, their lipstick has shifted, so they won't get up and go, so they will just be like,
rude.
Put their lipstick on right on the table.
That's why they call it restrooms.
Okay.
So go there and fix your teeth and fix your makeup.
So you shouldn't sit there and go, toothpick.
And then you go this way.
And the person is there, and then you're like,
you know what annoys me? When they squint one eye, the person.
All right, I want to say a big thank you to the CEO of Cobadem Grooming and Consult, Mrs. Emma Adowusu.
It's a pleasure.
Coming in to teach us a lot of things. I hope you're educated. I've learned a lot. So all this my British thing, I didn't even know. Anyway, make sure you don't go anywhere. We've got more coming up right